I'm Deputy Chief William Griffith of the Dallas Police Criminal Investigations Group. I will brief you on the details as we know them of the officer-involved shooting that occurred on August 29, 2024 in the 900 block of East Ledbetter Drive and the 1000 block of South Stemmons Freeway. This is the fifth officer-involved shooting involving a Dallas police officer in 2024. A preliminary investigation has determined that on Thursday, August 29, 2024 at 10:02 p.m., the suspect, identified as 30-year-old Corey Cobb Bay, arrived in the 900 block of East Ledbetter Drive and parked his white Buick. At 10:04 p.m., Officer Burks arrived at the location and parked near the front entrance of the building between call assignments. Cobb Bay approaches Officer Burks and talks with him briefly through the driver's side window as he apparently records the encounter with a cell phone. The suspect then pulls out a handgun and executes Officer Burks as he sat in his vehicle. At this point, a police dispatcher noticed an unusual transmission from Officer Burks' radio. The dispatcher attempts to contact Officer Burks, who does not respond. The dispatcher located Officer Burks via his GPS location and sends officers to check on him. Meanwhile, the suspect then goes back to his vehicle and takes out a shotgun, goes back to Officer Burks' squad car, placing the shotgun on the roof. At 10:11 p.m., Senior Corporal Jamie Farmer responds, pulls into the parking lot, and the suspect immediately fired a handgun at Officer Farmer. Officer Farmer returned fire and ran across the parking lot. The suspect grabbed the shotgun from the top of the squad car and fired one time toward Officer Farmer, who continued running. Officer Farmer was hit once in the leg. At 10:12 p.m., Senior Corporal Carissa David arrived and positioned her squad car at the entrance of the parking lot. The suspect ran towards Officer David and shot her multiple times as she exited her vehicle. Officer David returned fire and was shot in the face during the exchange. A sergeant arrived on the scene and saw Cobb Bay standing near his vehicle. The sergeant directed the next arriving patrol element to follow the suspect, who fled westbound on East Ledbetter Drive and then northbound onto I-35. Patrol pursued the suspect into Louisville, and Cobb Bay came to a stop on the expressway just north of 121 and exited his vehicle with the shotgun in his left hand. The suspect approached officers and pointed the shotgun at them. Officers Nathaniel Baker, David Lim, Corey Reed, Richard Pace, Vladimir Perez, Joel Portello all fired their department-issued firearms, hitting the suspect multiple times. Cobb Bay died at the scene, and no officers were injured in this exchange of gunfire. Senior Corporal Farmer was treated and released from the hospital today, and Senior Corporal David remains in critical but stable condition. At this time, the investigation has determined that the shooting is premeditated, with detectives finding and collecting evidence on social media. At the Louisville scene, 2 shotguns were recovered. At the Ledbetter scene, a .22 caliber handgun was recovered along with a 9mm handgun used by the suspect. The investigation is ongoing and is being investigated by the Dallas Police Special Investigations Unit. The Dallas County District Attorney's Office were notified and responded to the scene and will conduct their own investigation. The Office of Community Police Oversight was notified. In an effort to be transparent, the Dallas Police Department is releasing the dash cam video footage of this incident.
Felony stop, guys.
Good felony stop. Use caution. Got a door coming open. Use caution. He's looking back, still in the car, coming out with a weapon. Coming out with, nope, hands are up. He's got a weapon in hand. He's got a weapon in hand, walking back towards officers. Vehicle, weapon in hand. Roll EMS. Roll EMS. Got shots fired.